Welcome to my mental health series. For this first episode, we're going to talk about why I'm becoming a therapist. So, the reason being, two reasons. Since I was a little boy, I always knew I was sensitive. I would cry, I would feel for others, I would always defend people I knew who couldn't defend themselves. I always understood other people's point of view. Second, throughout my childhood, I realized that I definitely had something that was different about me. And with age, I realized that's actually depression and anxiety. Of course, growing up in a Hispanic household, it's not very often that your parents actually tell you and help you through your depression and anxiety. So ultimately, I had to help myself. And eventually, I found out through the help of psychology, putting a name to what I was feeling, anxiety and depression. I also struggled with feelings of my sexuality. And of course, that's something that you keep to yourself in fear of being rejected by your family, especially coming from Hispanic culture. And so you have to do a lot of internal thinking. You always have to question yourself, realize the importance of kindness. You have to understand the perspective of where people are coming from. And so when I found out you could do a career out of therapy, psychology, I was like, I'm there. So I started getting my psychology degree in 2016, and I graduated with my degree in psychology in 2020. And I would have gone immediately into a master's program, but COVID. So because of COVID, I put that on pause. I actually found a career in content creation. I was making money, more money than I was working as a behavioral interventionist. Over the years, I was saving up money because I did not want to go in debt for my master's program. I'm proud enough to say that not only was I one of the first people in my family to graduate and get a degree in college, breaking barriers, y'all, but I'm also the first to go into a master's program and not be in debt and pay for it out of pocket, all by myself. Thankfully for this content creation. So I started that in 2023. Yes, 2023. So I've been in my master's program for a year and like 2 months. Now more than ever, I know how much I love and belong in psychology. So really the biggest reason I want to become a therapist is I just want to help people be the happiest versions of themselves. Because I helped myself through anxiety and depression. No one else. My parents didn't, my family didn't, my friends didn't. No one understood that. Back then, it wasn't as something you talked about like people talk about now. Ultimately, there's a lot of reasons why I'm becoming a therapist. A lot of pivotal moments in my life. But that is basically the gist. I'm so happy I'm on this journey, and stay tuned to this series where I'm going to tell you more stories and give you advice and tips in mental health. I am not licensed, so that is the goal, but for the current time, this is all opinion-based and based on how much you guys trust me based on my content. Leave a comment if there's a certain topic you want me to discuss, and I will use it. Thanks for joining me.